Okay, so this is the around the clock thermal. I'm going to show you how much you can pack in that, why it's called around the clock. And next to it is the picnic thermal. And so to give you some size comparison, there you can see how they stack up to one another. The around the clock thermal is the lunchbox that I purchased for my husband. He spends long days at work. You can see that it has this little front pocket. He has napkins stacked in there. I won't take those out. But you can keep your utensils in there, maybe a separate snack, something like that. It has a spot for a shoulder strap. It comes with a shoulder strap. My husband doesn't use his, so that's why it's not attached. And then when we open it up, you can see just how much I have packed in there right now. So I have my Shakeology tumbler. I have 2 of these wonderful Contigo thermal tumblers, basically. And I have another thermos back here, right? And then I have all of my 21-day fix containers, right? So this would be like lunch and 2 snacks for a long day at work. And then right up here is a slot for an ice sleeve so that you can keep all of your things cold if you're packing things that need to stay cold. If you have a heat brick, you could actually slide that in and it would keep everything warm if you wanted to keep everything warm. If I have hot and cold things, typically, like if this was full of hot coffee or hot tea, I wouldn't put it next to cold water or Shakeology, right? But if I'm just putting my empty tumbler to take to work to refill, then I might. But you can see what I have stacked up in here. That's my purple one. And then down below that is my green one. They're empty right now because I'm eating at home today. And then I have orange and blue and yellow. And then one more down in there is red. So my lunch and snacks for the day all included in here, and actually with a little bit more room. So that is the around the clock thermal. If we compare for width, I don't know how well I can get the angle going on here. They are about the same width, the picnic thermal and the around the clock thermal. When we look for height, my camera action is really terrible, I'm sorry. You can see how much taller the picnic thermal is. So if your tumbler is taller than my shake tumbler, then it will not fit in here. You can see that that is really the most that's going to go in there in terms of height. And in fact, if I put an ice block in, I have to put this in the center so it doesn't stress the zipper. But over here on the picnic thermal, I'm not very good at unzipping one-handed. On the picnic thermal, there's space for a lot more. So you can see that that depth is really, really amazing. In fact, if we pan over here and take down a wine bottle, you can see how nicely that fits in there, right? So you can fit 6 bottles of wine into your picnic thermal. That's about how much space you have there. So that would hold enough food for all day if you have to eat more than lunch and a couple of snacks. And sometimes I pack breakfast, lunch, and a couple of snacks in, plus my water for the day in the picnic thermal, and take it to work because it's just easier to put all of my water in here. And usually I have my shake and a couple of snacks and my lunch, and usually a little bit of like extra container to be moving things over from and things like that. It also has an outside pocket. This outside pocket doesn't zip, but that makes it super easy. You can see how deep it is, how far in there my hand is going, and how wide it is to put things in. In terms of width, you can see here, if I can get a good angle, that it is a little wider than the around the clock thermal. All right, just in case you were wondering about the differences between the 2 of those, or which one you might need if you need a step up from a smaller one.